If you guys need FIFA 18 Ultimate Team coins, go and check out x3game.com. Their link will be down in the description. Use code CAPGUN to get yourself a discount. You're right guys, it's CapGun Tom here and welcome to episode number 14 of Milan, Manchester, Madrid. Now the things that are going to happen in this episode, first off I'm going to show you my FUT Champions rewards from last week, so the two 100k packs that I opened from last week's FUT Champions for getting into Gold 1, and then I'm going to show you all of my FUT Champions games from this weekend, so we've got a lot of stuff to get through. 40 games in this episode. I've condensed them down as much as I can to make this episode as short as possible, but not rob you of the chance of seeing what happened. Now, first off, before we do anything, we need to update the checklist, because EA, you dumb... Why do you keep doing this to me? They've gone ahead and they've released screen cards, and there's like a whole load of players that we need to now add to the checklist. So, first off, for the Milan checklist, we need to add Carrasco, Benzema and Kovacic to that list because there are 3 screen cards that have been put in. I don't know whether we'll get them before the upgrades or we'll have to get them at a later point. But yeah, those 3 players added to the checklist. You guys are slacking because you guys didn't see that I'd never actually added the Carrasco to the checklist in the first place. He just wasn't there. I've had to add him too. Next up, we have to go to the Milan checklist. Just one player over here, and that is going to be from Inter Milan. It's going to be Perisic, and yeah, very excited for him because he's actually at the centre attacking mid position rather than at left mid, which will mean that he can probably fit into a lot more squads and, you know, just generally be a lot better for us. And then finally, the Manchester checklist. This one gets a solo player added to the checklist as well, and that is going to be in the form of Company. He gets himself a screen card. Now let's dive into today's episode and see what we get. Lego. Okay guys, it's currently 11:30 at night. My brother is asleep across the corridor, but FUT Champions rewards are out and I cannot wait to open them. I am super excited. If I get something good, this could be very bad for my brother sleeping in the other room because he will get woke the heck up. We get 50,000 coins and 2 Jumbo Rare Players packs. Oh baby, this could be so good. It could be really bad, but at the same time, I'm really hoping it's something good. Like, any player that's worth 50k and I'll pretty much consider this success. If I get like 80k back out of these packs, I'll be over the moon. Anyway, let's go. Let's head over to that store. Let's just go get them open. Oh, please, God. Please, please let today be my day. Please. Please. There we go. It's got the boards. That's good. It's not in form though. German. Centre back. Mustafi. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that at all. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at what else is in the pack because there could be a lot of other good things in here for us. Matip. Oh my God, all that blood, sweat and tears for this pack. Oh, are you actually kidding me? It's making me upset. It's making me upset. Right, okay, so we got Matip and we got Slimani as well and Mandanda who might sell for something. Right, let's store all that. There's not really anything else we can use. We've actually got the Madrid or Atletico Madrid and Milan player that's in this pack already. So I'll just pop all these onto the trade piles just to be sure, just in case I need to sell them. Right, please, Lord, make this a good one. Please, 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 please. I'm begging you. Right, boards were good. It's not in form, it's a regular card, it's French. It's a CDM, that's not good, is it? Oh, Matuidi, it is good. Yes, 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 that is very good. That is very good. Okay, he's not a walkout, but he's still a very good player to get. I'm not exactly sure how much he's going for. I will be checking that price in just a second. Anything else though? Quaresma. Oh, this is good. This is good. Quaresma, Kagawa. Look at all these board players. Dost, Pereira. This is what I'm looking at. Tolisso. I know he goes for like 20k, surely. Oh, actually he goes for way more. Oh no, he goes for 20k. Yeah, okay, I was right the first time. I was going to be like, he's got the 70k upper price range. He's got a 70k upper price range. We're laughing. Anyway, let's have a look. We also got Vieto, so that's a player for the checklist right there. And let's have a look at this Matuidi, because that's the only other player I can see that's actually going to sell for anything. 110k upper price range. That says that we're about to get some good news. Come on, really good news. It's fantastic news! It's fantastic news, lads! He goes for 80,000 coins. He goes for 80,000 coins. Oh, baby. Oh, my God. 80,000 coins for Matuidi. That's absolutely nuts. Okay. I'm very happy. I'm very happy indeed. Let's quickly go through and find the players that we need to keep. We've also got Hart. I'm not sure how much he's going for. Williams, I think, goes for something surely as well. Maybe he goes for like 6 or 7k? 5k, 3k? Okay, he doesn't go for anything. Good work, Tom. And we got 2 Madrid players right there. So we got Casilla and we got Vieto. Is there anything else? I'm just trying not to miss it because I know you guys will go nuts if I miss it. Right, okay, I'm going to store these two to the club. And what you can see on your screen right now is me updating that checklist. We are putting Casilla and Vieto onto the checklist. Very, very nice indeed. Oh, well, there you go. There is the Foot Champions reward packs for Gold 1. And I think we've done well. I think we've probably made the best part of 120 to 130,000 coins out of that. I mean, that's worth it. That's worth it for 40 games, get 130,000 coins back, plus the 50,000 coins. You know, we are laughing. We are legit laughing. Okay, so that is the Foot Champions rewards from last week. Now it's time to go out and try and get us some Foot Champion rewards for this week. We've also done some trading back on that Turkish League Silva hype, and I was using the PSG, I think it was versus Olympique Marseille, don't kill me if I'm wrong, squad builder challenge. I was sniping Marseille players and PSG players to see if I can make some coins on them, and of course we're going to have to sell all of our stuff from this episode at some point, or from those packs at some point in this episode. Now you saw that I had a whole load of them, I listed them all up. These were the players that sold immediately as soon as I listed them up. You know, we made some good coins there. Going to quickly show you the prices that I was getting for them. I was sniping the Silver Turkish League players for I think 250 or 300 coins and less. Serginho there I think with 1900 or around the 2k mark. We've got Zengin there for around 2k. Simre for about 1.5k. And it is definitely becoming less powerful, this method. I've been using it since the start of FIFA, and I used to make lots and lots and lots of coins, and now I just make lots and lots of coins. So it's not like I'm not making coins with every single snipe, but the amount we make per snipe on average has probably gone down a bit. But we're still making coins, so I'm still using it for the time being. Now you can see here that we've gone away and we are going to pick ourselves up a player for the series. It's going to be none other than Vincent Kompany, the guy who just got himself a screen card. At the point when I bought him, he didn't actually have a screen card and it hadn't even been announced, so I didn't know. I'm assuming that means his price has gone up, and it's actually a good thing that we bought him. But I'm not 100% sure because I haven't checked. So we're going to go make another signing, and that is going to be Silky Ilky Gundogan for the midfield. Finally, I've been excited about using this guy. Very good all-round stats. Very excited to try him out. 4-star, 4-star, high medium work rate. I think he could be an absolutely electric player for us, or he could be a complete flop. I don't know. So far, we've had a very defensive-minded midfield, and it was a difficult choice to decide who I was going to take out. We obviously took Smalling out for Kompany, but if Kompany's no good because he's like lacking pace or whatever, then we'll put Smalling back in. It's no biggie, but obviously it's a bit of a risk as we're going into our first Foot Champions game in just a minute. I was like, who do I take out? Toure, Matic, Toure, Matic, Toure, Matic. I eventually decided that we would remove Yaya Toure. I really have been enjoying Matic, how defensive-minded he is, how strong he is, and how much BS he spreads across the pitch, because he just literally runs into people and gets the ball off them. It's just stupid. Anyway, we get the check marks on the checklist for Kompany and Gundogan. Got to be looking to sign those bronzes and silvers at some point in this, well, not in this episode, in the coming episode, and we will be making another big signing before the end of the episode as well. So stay tuned to see who that is. Now you can see here that we are at the most intimidating screen of any FIFA moment you could possibly have. The start of Foot Champions, your 0 and 40 games to go, and it all is up to you on how you do. So last week we got 25 out of the 40, so 25 and 15. The week before we got 23 and 17, so hopefully we're going to do better this week. And you can see there we start off very nicely. Debut goal for the new man, the silkiest man on the pitch, gets in, he gets a goal, and look at that, Silky, I think so, Martial with an unbelievable back heel to Rashford through the player's legs, and actually gets an assist there. Good work for Rashford as well to finish that one off, makes it 2-0, nice little turn from there from Martial, passes to Matic, who does just about put that one into the back of the net, and that promptly gets our first rage quit of the day. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start than that, could you? 3-0 up in like 30 minutes, and you get the rage quit, and you're straight onto your next opponent. Except when this happens, because this guy is an absolute scumbag. He is the sort of person that should not be playing FIFA. He's got like a like a 3 million coin team as it is, maybe 2 million, I don't know. And then he's going to put stat cards on all of them. Then on top of that, when did these near post corners get OP? Because he just literally... Well, I just had such a problem with them over the weekend. They were just an absolute nightmare. I can't seem to score them, but all of my opponents can. So we're 1-0 down, and yeah, things are looking pretty bad. We give away a penalty. It's just getting worse. That's Company being clumsy in the box. Literally puts a foot in, doesn't get anywhere near the ball. And yeah, even though we go the right way, it goes in because those stat cards are OP. I didn't think it was worth showing you the rest of the game. So there you go, ends 6-2. We get 1-1, 1 loss, 1 win so far. Not great. Not great at all. So we were hoping for a really strong start in FUT Champions. It's something that we haven't really had so far. But I'm going to say this is by far our worst start in FUT Champions. And you're about to see why. We go into this game and he's using a French sort of like Bundesliga hybrid sort of thing. And yeah, Griezmann just absolutely tore me to shreds, and just everything just went in for him. It was crazy. Now guys, I want to know what you think of the new patch. Ever since they've patched the game, it's changed. Do you like it pre-patch or post-patch? I don't want to know down in the comment section. What I want you to do is I want you to go over to the link down in the description. I'm going to be choosing someone at random from that post basically to win themselves like 4,600 FIFA points, I think it is. So I will put that link down in the description. All you have to do is go over there and sign up, and then literally leave a comment under Rob's comment just saying what you think is going on with the patch. There's a couple of polls to vote on and something, and I'll pick someone at random. So go leave your comments over on that QT right now, link in the description. Anyway, back to it. You can see here that we are going into another game. We are now 1-2 after that first game. We managed to come back strong, but it wasn't quite enough. We ended up like scoring 2 goals in the last 3 minutes when we were 3 goals down, which kind of sucks, and there was no way I was getting another one. Another penalty given away by flipping Company, I believe it was there. Very, very frustrating. Lovely ball or back heel there from Martial to Rashford. Puts him in, and we do equalise to make it 1-1. So we're okay, we're okay. And then look, another near post corner goal. When did they become so strong? Is it because of the patch? I don't know. After that, I was just trying to get the ball off him, you know, going ultra attacking. I just couldn't do anything. And unfortunately, we do end up conceding again. Mbappe tore me apart. 3-1. Not great. And we're now 1-3. So we are now at, by far, my worst start to FUT Champions ever. By a long, long margin. I don't think I've ever lost 3 out of my first 4 games. Will it get any worse? Well, we're about to find out. We're in another game. We're against a 4-3-3, 4th variation team. BPL side, you know, your pretty standard sweat team. It's not particularly expensive, but it has got some good players in there. And again, near post corner, OP. What is going on? What is going on anyway? We try to get back into it. Look at this goal from Rashford. That is lovely skill from him. And a great finish from him as well, just on the stroke of half time to make it 1-1. Good work, Rashford. But then, look at this, into Jesus, and it bobbles through. First time shot, nothing I can do about that. 2-1, we're behind, and that is the end of the game. That was a hard one to stomach, that one, and we go 1-4. So literally the worst start we could possibly think of. And if we're going to try and improve on last week's, which was 25 wins, I don't know. It's going to be very, very difficult. I decided, you know what, I've had enough. Like, there's definitely something wrong with the team. Company is something that I've just changed. I'm going to take Company out. I'm going to put Smalling back in. Let's see how we get on from now on. See if things start turning around, because we need a fast turnaround right now, or otherwise we are going to be in a lot of doo-doo. So we're going up against a 4-4-1-1 Bundesliga team, and I thought, you know what, he doesn't look all that good. He's got a left wing playing centre forward, so he can't be that clued up on, you know, how important it is to have chemistry, especially in these FUT Champions games. And we go 1-0 up. Nice work from, I think it was Mkhitaryan. But Yarmolenko, the guy I'm just slating, goes through and scores. So we're 1-1 at that point. Mkhitaryan's here again. Good finish from him. 2-1 in the 25th minute. And if Mkhitaryan wasn't already having a good enough game, he'd done his piece. He didn't actually need to do any more this game. Look at this. He's there again. And he pops that one in the back of the net. 3 goals for the man. 38 minutes in. And yeah, we just sort of like went on a bit of a tear after that, really. You can see we're 4-1 up, and then we pop in Mkhitaryan again. Mkhitaryan doesn't score, but he puts in the rebound, so it's 5-1. And yeah, it just sort of like, this guy just capitulated, really. You can see there, he gets a goal back, it's 5-2. You know, things just didn't stop happening. I mean, we threw a goal again, and there you go. We finally turned the winning or the losing streak on its head. We are now winning. Well, we've won a game. That was literally all I was hoping for. I was just like, please let me win a game. I can't lose anymore. It's really hard. And, you know, eventually we did manage to change our fortunes just a little bit. So we're now 4-2. And in foot champs, a lot of things can change, and you can it really does depend on how you're sort of playing, how solid you're playing. I didn't think I was playing particularly badly in the first 4 games, or the 4 or the 5 games that we lost. I just sort of like kept stuck to my guns, and you can see that it's starting to pay off as we go 4-3 as we win 2-0 in this game. Martial getting both goals against Scarsnell FC. Our next opponent is using the Serie A team of dreams. He's got a bit of Inform Immobile, Brozovic, he's got Khedira in there, he's got Belotti. There are some very, very good players, don't get me wrong, but he made a horrible error early on. You cannot afford to give away the first goal against an opponent in this game, because Foot Champions is so tactical that if you give away the first goal, it's going to make your life almost impossible, because the other person can sit back and just counter you. Well, you're going to have to push and push and push and push. And that's basically what happened. You can see here, we're just literally going all in on this guy. We're now 3-0 up, and it just didn't end. Eventually, he just ended up rage quitting. And yeah, there we go. We're back to, I believe, 4-4. So we're 8 games in. Our next opponent is using the Inform Raheem Sterling that we want, the Aguero that we want. We want the David Silva he's got. I mean, he's using a full Man City team, as you can see. So, yeah, he's got a whole load of the players that we need. We need these players for our team, but we will eventually pick them up. Look at this lovely little ball pop. I don't know what happened there from Mkhitaryan, who's been on absolute fire for us. As he ball rolls past his man, the ball pops up. He tries to get it in. It comes off the keeper. He puts the goal away. And there he is again, 2-0. I'm just loving Mkhitaryan at that right forward position. He's just doing absolute work for me. Really good. And he's getting a lot of assists as well. We do concede on the break. Aguero goes through and score. Which made it a little bit squeaky bum. I'm not going to lie, a little bit squeaky bum. But we kept pushing. Here's Mkhitaryan again. Strength, power, placement, great pass. Rashford puts it away. And we literally went all in on that guy. It was just crazy. We ended up winning 7-2, I think it was. 7-1. I can't even remember. It was crazy. He just completely... Well, he just went... His focus just went out the window, and we just absolutely crushed him. Now, this team was interesting. He's got One to Watch Morata, he's got Inform Zaha newly out, the striker card, and he's got Ibrahimović at cam. He gets a goal with Ibrahimović. I should just call his team Ibrahimović, because that's how it felt like it was, because he just, honestly, Ibrahimović was just godly. I cannot wait to try him out on this series. We get a goal back with Martial. A nice little deflection helps us get a goal, but this guy just kept on battering me with Ibrahimović. Can't push this guy off the ball. 2-1. We get it back in again. Mkhitaryan again scoring, so it's 2-2. And I was like, okay, finally we can get in the lead. Fernandinho pops that one into the back of the net. Are we going to run away with it? Well, we get 1 goal here, so that's good. So we're 2 goals up, but this guy just wouldn't surrender. He just would not surrender. Ibrahimović just was so difficult to deal with. So difficult to deal with. Here he is again. Bang, near post, finish, 3-4. Got to get another goal, because I was like, he'll probably score again. Lovely stuff. Look at this ball from Rashford. Composure there. Mkhitaryan gets the finish as well. 5-3 at this point. Ibrahimović again. How many goals did Ibra get? Did Ibra get all 4? I think he got all 4 goals. So, yeah, I was like, we just need to make sure. We just need to finish this guy off. So we get through. Kickoff boost OP. If you don't know what I mean, then you need to start trying to score straight from the kickoff, because you will score a lot of goals if you start doing that. And that takes us halfway through Bronze 1 on our journey, basically. And so we're 10 games in. Currently 6-4, I believe, so that's pretty decent. We've sold a whole load of stuff from the trade pile, which is great news. You can see we're up to 472,000 coins, looking to get to that 500k mark. A lot of people ask me, Tom, why are you holding on to your coins so much? It's because I have plans to do some other trading methods other than just sniping Turkish League silvers, and at that point I will need more coins to be able to trade with to sort of emphasize or maximize how much profit I'm getting. And you can see we're making another signing. I've been wanting to make this signing for ages. It's going to be Kyle Walker, and obviously we've got Antonio Valencia, who's fantastic. So I was in the situation like, who do I use at right back? Who do I use at left back? Because obviously I was going to get rid of Mendy. I was like, you know what, these 2 players are just too good not to have in the team, even if one has to play on 7 chem. And I looked at the weak foot and I thought, Valencia has 1-star weak foot, Kyle Walker has 2-star weak foot, so I think it'd probably be better if we played Walker on the left back position. So there you go, he's going in at left back, and there you go, we're going to give him the check mark on the checklist as well. Right, back to the action we go, and as you can see, we're coming up against another Ibrahimović, as if I hadn't just had enough of playing against Ibrahimović in the last game. We're up against him again already. Jesus and Lacazette up front. Pretty dangerous stuff. Now you can see here that we play the ball into Valencia. Valencia's doing nice work here. We're 41 minutes into this game. We're just so composed. Look at that. Fernandinho gets the goal. 1-0. But he kick-off boosts me. Oh, it's so annoying that they make your players so much better just after kick-off. They don't really understand the point of it. It just doesn't make any sense. We end up going 2-1 up, but he makes it 2-2. Good times, good times. And now you can see here we've got a bit of space for Silky Ilky to slip away the ball in the 65th minute, and we make it 3-2. And that's how it ends. So we get another win on the board. We're making something of a comeback, which is very, very nice. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Unfortunately, the next couple of games, as you can see on the screen, the Elgato glitched out and just didn't capture it properly. So I'll show you where we got to. We're now up to 8-6. We went on, I think it was a 7-win streak, and then we lost 2. So we were 4-1. Then we went on a 7-win streak, which made us 8-4, and then we lost 2 in a row, which made us 8-6. Yeah, that's how it worked out. So there was 2 losses in there, I think, and maybe 1 win. I'm not really sure where we were up to, but very frustrating that the footage got corrupted anyway. Anyway, hopefully it won't happen again. We go into our next game. I was hoping to get a win because obviously I want to win in every game, but mainly because I was on a bit of a loss streak and I didn't want to get into a rut where, you know, you get in a big loss streak and then you get in a big win streak. I want to sort of like just continue win games. That seems stupid. That's like Michael Owen commentary right there. But you can see that we're up against De Bruyne. He's already scored one in the 5th minute. Very frustrating. Mkhitaryan, what a finish from him. He just seems to have a great shot on him. If you haven't tried him out at right forward yet, give him a go because he is epic. Now we managed to score one of those dirty little near post corner goals. How good it feels to finally get my own back on someone, having had so many scored against me. We score a 3rd one as he was pushing forwards, and we even managed to make it 4-1 here as the ball is clipped back by Fernandinho to Silky Ilky, who has scored a surprising number of goals. Like, he get 2 goals in that game. You know, we weren't really getting any goals from our midfielders beforehand. Maybe a couple from Fernandinho here and there. Maybe 1 from Yaya Toure every 5 games, and maybe 1 from Matic every 10 games. But we're actually seeing a lot of goals from Silky, which is very, very nice to see and quite reassuring to see he's now in the squad, because if he wasn't scoring goals and he's not doing anything defensively, I'd be very, very upset. So we win that game, good stuff, and we're going to the next game. Felipe Anderson, by the way, is an absolute nightmare to deal with. Every time I came up against him in the weekend league, the person would either put him at striker or bring him on as a sub, and he scores a lot of goals. So if you've got a Serie A squad and you haven't got Felipe Anderson yet, go try him out. Maybe get Cuadrado out of your team and put Felipe Anderson in. This was one of those games that was just a hands-in-head sort of thing. I didn't play particularly badly, but every time, even though I was tight to him with a defender, he just managed to score all his chances. Look at that. He ends up having less chances on target, less possession, and he still ends up winning. So that was an unfortunate loss there. But, you know, after our 1 and 4 start, I feel relatively happy with how we're doing at the moment, because we're sort of like starting to get back into it. And, you know, we could end up with a decent result. We'll have to see how we get in on the remainder of our games, because we're only like a quarter of the way in, so a long way still to go. Now you can see that we managed to steal the ball here. You don't want to lose the ball in your midfield. It means that your defence will be just complete derps. It's just some weird coding thing. I don't know what is going on with the game, but your players will act like derps if you lose the ball, and you'll end up conceding a lot of goals if you concede possession in your own half. He scores a kick-off boost goal. As you saw, Smalling actually just stepped up, even though I wasn't controlling him, and that's what I'm talking about when I say kick-off boost. As soon as you get the kick-off, your opponent's defenders and all of their players will just not react to anything. It's crazy, and you'll score a lot of goals. Now, we managed to get a goal back. In fact, we managed to go 3-1 up. He rage quit, and that is good, because that's another win in the bag. Now, our next opponent is using Mbappe. He's basically gone like full French League. In fact, he has gone full French League. A lot of PSG players in there, a few Lyon, a few other players as well. Just your typical French League team. And we managed to score a nice goal there. I think is that Fernandinho? No, it's Martial. Martial with a very nice goal there. And he just can't be stopped. Silky Ilky with the automatic header. I had no time to react to that, so the computer did that all for me. He ends up putting that one in the back of the net. We go through with Martial to make it 3-0. And you know what's coming. More goals. I'm just dirty. Once I get into like full scoring flow, I just do not take any prisoners. And you can see there we get another goal tramping our opponent. He pauses. He's out of here. He ain't sticking around anymore. I don't blame him really, because I would have been pretty upset if someone tramped me at that point when they were already 3-0 up. And it's just tactical warfare, really, isn't it? We made our way into Silver 2, we've got 11 wins on the board. And yeah, we're hoping to get a lot higher, obviously, but it's good to get into Silver 2 this quickly. Now, you can see that we are coming up against a 4-1-2-1-2 BPL side. Rashford and Sterling up top. I wouldn't particularly rate Sterling as a striker. I mean, he is fast, but he's weak. And he doesn't finish well, so I don't know why so many people are using him. I learned that all of those times that we had to use him in this series at right forward. I think Mkhitaryan is a much safer option, but he has got that inform card, so we're going to have to try that out at some point. Now we're 1-0 up, and then we're 1-1, typical. It's one of those ping-pongy games where it's like, you score one, he score one, and it keeps going backwards and forwards. Rashford there. We managed to get through. That is what I call an absolute cheese goal, because his defender should have just dealt with that, but he didn't, and we end up scoring. I have no idea what's going on there. It's 3-1, and you can see there we make it 4-1 just in the last minute. We brought on Jesus and Sané to basically give us some fresh legs, and it worked because we ended up getting the final goal and finishing that one off 4-1. Another win. We seem to be getting a lot of wins at the moment. It feels like ever since we had that bad start, it's a lot more wins than losses. And I know it is, but it's like a serious amount more. Now, this guy's using 3 at the back, so I thought, you know what, we should win this because we're using 3 up front and 4 at the back. So those two things don't really mix very well. Ask Jack54, he hates playing 3 at the back against 4 or 3 up top because it's just impossible to defend. Or it's not impossible to defend, it's just... yeah, it's impossible to defend with your 3 centre-backs because they just get overrun. It's just crazy. Anyway, he managed to score. Was a little bit frustrated with that, but we managed to pull one back with Rashford here. It rebounds to him. Cech puts that one back out into his feet, and he does put that one away to make it 1-1. Then we make it 2-1. Martial with a banger or a clanger, whatever you want to call it. Look at that, though. Nothing in comparison to that Dele Alli shot. I was fuming at the time when that went in. I was like, as if Dele Alli's going to score like that. We go 3-2 down in the 86th minute. I thought it was game over, but look at this. Rashford's strength, not really sure what's going on. Martial ends up toe poking that one away to make it 3-3 a minute later. Kick-off boost OP! And we actually go up in extra time. I thought, you know what, this is it. But it's one of those games that you couldn't stop each other scoring. It was just so annoying because I was like, oh, I'll just defend now. And we had to go to penalties because he managed to score here. We're at the we're at sudden death. We save his, which means that if our boy, our new signing, Kyle Walker, can stand up and put this away, we win. And he rolls it down the middle, cool as a cucumber, and that means another win on the board. So we've done a little bit of club maintenance, I guess you'd call it. All of the stuff we got in our Foot Champions reports from last week, we're going to list up. I made a mistake. I'm sorry, I lost us a bunch of coins on Matuidi. I was like, oh, he's 90,000 coins or something. I'll be able to hold on to him until Foot Champs and then list him during Foot Champs and he'll have gone up even more in price. But he didn't, he went down. Shows how much I know about trading. All I can do is snipe. Maybe we need to get in and a little bit more educated on what player prices are doing throughout Foot Champs, etc. and when packs are being released, because that's just no good. Our record's not looking too bad. 180 wins for 68 losses. I'm not too displeased with that. And you can see that we list everything up. Loads of Turkish League silvers, just loads of them. And you can see the damage that I've done, thinking that I was going to get like close to 90k for Matuidi. We end up actually getting 67,000 for him. So 20,000 coins lost there. If I just sold him when I got him in the pack, that would have been so much better. We would have had so many more coins. But you know what? No crying over spilt milk. We're over the 500,000 coin mark. We've sold Tolisso as well. He went for about 12k. So still decent coins there for an 82 rated player. And as I said, over the 500,000 coin mark. And you can see here that at the halfway mark, we are 13 wins and 7 losses. Right, back to the action. Our next opponent is using the classic trio up front of Martial, Griezmann and Dembele. He's got Kante and Modric in his midfield. And I was looking at his team thinking, where's the weakness? And I looked, I saw that at left back, he is using a pretty, I think it's Hernandez. Is his name Hernandez? He's got a one-to-watch card as well. We'll have to pick him up for the series at some point, but I don't think we'll be using him for very long because he looks pretty bad, because I just abused Mkhitaryan coming in from that right forward position. He got 2 goals just because his left back wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing, and he ends up rage quitting out. So looking at your opponent's team and thinking where are the weaknesses is a very, very good idea. Again, looking at this team thinking probably left back is a weakness, maybe Tar at centre back is also a weakness, but overall pretty strong squad. And this is why I really... well, I hate the kickoff boost. It's so stupid because you see, from kickoff, I grab the ball. His players are just acting like idiots, and we score. And this happens all the time because look, it's happened again, literally within seconds. And you may be thinking, Tom, that's just coincidence. It can't be coincidence. The number of times you score from kickoff, it cannot be coincidence. There must be something going on within the coding of FIFA because it is absolutely crazy. I'm sure that a lot of top 100 and Foot Champions, like elite players, would definitely agree with me that there is something in the fact that there is definitely like a boost in your player's ability, or whoever's just conceded, or whoever's got the ball. I think it's whoever's got the ball from kickoff has the boost. Anyway, we managed to win this game 3-2, so another win on the board. I'm not sure, what does that take us up to? 14 and 7, so we got double the wins to losses, which is really good considering of those 4 losses at the start. Without that first 5 games, we would be at this point. Oh, I've really given it myself. I'd have 3 losses and 13 wins. So I'd be 13-3 without those first 5 games. So think about that. 13-3 could have been there. Maybe next week we'll be able to not make those mistakes early on and get into that sort of position, because that will carry us into elite if we can manage that. Anyway, you see there we managed to score with Martial. Very difficult game, very tight against Hasso FC. 1 goal was all that separated the 2 teams, and yeah, happy days. Next team. This guy's using Benzema. He's got a few players that aren't on full chem. I mean, I'm looking at Mane, not on full chem, Umtiti, not on full chem, Casemiro, not on full chem. So those are the players I'm looking to exploit in this game, because full chem players do not play as well as full chem players. And unfortunately, Eriksen was on full chem, because you saw there he banged that one away pretty easily. Rashford turns his man there. I think it was Umtiti that he'd managed to turn and managed to bang that one away. The auto header comes back to haunt me after we score one with Hunderwan in the first 20 games. We concede one there. And yeah, it just got a little bit worse after that. It went 3-1. And I think when he was 3-1 up, it was always pretty much a done deal that I wasn't going to be able to come back into it, because I had to push, as you do, and he just countered with Royce. We do end up making it 4-3, but he closed out the game pretty well, and that is how it ended. And I was pretty upset, I think, with how that game ended as well. So 15-8, not too bad, but, you know, obviously want to continue pressing on for more wins. Our opponent this time is using a 4-3-1-2 team with Benteke and Salah up top. I'm not sure why he's playing Salah at cam, but he is, and he did actually end up bringing on Bale for Benteke as well, which is really annoying, because Bale is very, very good. It may have been a lone Bale, it may have been a regular Bale, I don't know what it was, but he was very, very strong and difficult to play against. So we ended up conceding to him once. Nope, we've ended up conceding to him twice. Exactly the same situation, hitting it in with that left foot. From a tight angle, maybe Ederson should be looking to do better there, but he didn't, so that's just the breaks. We make it 2-2 with Mkhitaryan, slipping him through, and we had to go to penalty shootout. So here we go, penalties. He's managed to score. It's sudden death. We've got to score to stay in it basically. And I drag it wide with Fernandinho. I was pretty devastated. I hate losing on penalties, especially if the game was sort of in your favour, which I thought that one was, despite the fact that he had Bale. But we end up losing nonetheless, and we just forget about it and move on, because that's all you really can do. And this opponent's using Aguero up top, but he hasn't got full chem on his Salah or his Zaha. Not sure why you do that. We end up getting a goal in the 10th minute with Martial. Good work from him, good finesse, good finish, and all of the above. Zaha gets one back in the 83rd. I was defending my arse off to try and not let him score. And we go to penalties again. 2 games in a row we're at penalties. And we step up, we save one, so we got a score. And Fernandinho, this time, instead of missing, he puts it away. And that means we take down a result. So we're now 1-1 on the penalties in this back 20. I'm not sure how many penalty shootouts we're actually on, or what we've actually ended up getting in the penalty shootout front throughout this episode. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comments section and keep track of it for the rest of the episode, because there's more penalty shootouts coming. Now, I've managed to sell everything from the trade pile, so we're at maximum capacity when it comes to coins. We're on 550,000 coins, which is pretty epic, and we're just going to dive straight into another game. So this guy is going to be using Brozovic at cam, the new Inform Icardi, which we need to pick up. In fact, he's got loads of players that we need. He's got loads of players we need. He's even got Fellaini, the Inform Fellaini at the CDM, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, you can see here, we slip in Martial, pulls it back to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan puts it away, 1-0. I think I might need to start keeping track of how many goals everyone's scoring, because I feel like Mkhitaryan has scored a butt ton. Obviously, you expect your front three to score all your goals, but like Mkhitaryan, I think, has maybe scored more than Rashford. I don't even know. Anyway, we end up conceding 2 goals there, which means that we are 2-1 down. Rashford needs to score this to give us a chance to get back into it. He does, which makes it 2-2. We go into extra time, and we actually score a goal here to get the win, and that makes it 3-2. I couldn't believe it. I was very happy, especially since we didn't have to go to back-to-back penalty shootouts. That's the main thing that I was looking at there. Next opponent, we're just banging through these games now, guys. I understand if you don't want to watch every single game, but I'm sure a lot of people do want to watch all the games, so if you want to keep on watching, feel free. If you want to skip through to the end to see what our end result was, feel free. I do not mind at all. Our next opponent was using a 4-3-3 Bundesliga team, very strong team as well, but we score a goal, then he makes a mistake with Boateng sliding in. Martial is already doing the skill move as he does it, and Boateng does deservedly get a red card. You can't do that in the box, especially since he's denied me a scoring opportunity. We're going to step up for the penalty. We just need to put it away. Come on, Silky. With 10, he's got 10 men. If we do this, we've got this game in the bag. We roll it down the middle. I love rolling it down the middle now. So if you come up against me, don't stand in the middle because I want to score. But I have been rolling it down the middle a lot. He rage quits because he's got 10 men, and it's kind of understandable when you're 2-0 down. So we're going to dive straight into the next game. The next game, and another one, and another one, and another one, another one. 4-1-2-1-2 La Liga team looks, well, pretty average. Below average. I say way below average. It's just, at this point in the game, you know, 3 or 4 weeks in, I would say that is a way below average team. Unfortunately, we did give away a penalty, which was a bit unfortunate, especially since I didn't really think it was a penalty. And then he dabbed on me. And then, you know, we went in with Martial. He just didn't defend very well, so we just banged that one away with Martial. Good run from him, 1-1. Unfortunately, he puts Muriel through from the kickoff boost, and it's 2-1. And then we score a long ranger. It's just so many goals. For Champions is a huge, like, just to play it is a huge drain. But even just like editing afterwards, it's just watching it all back's a huge drain. Oh, this is absolutely mental. Anyway, Rashford gets a shot off here. Martial is the one that applies the finish to make it 3-2. And he pulls it back again, 3-3. I was like, will this ever end? Unfortunately, it is going to end as he goes through with Bakambu in extra time. And he puts that one away to make it 4-3. And then because I'm pushing and I'm impatient and rushing to try and get the ball, he gets a 5th goal as well to make it 5-3 and finish off the game. So there you go. Currently, we are in gold 3. We do, I believe, have 19 wins, which isn't too bad. So let's see if we can get our 20th win. Obviously, 25 is what we're really aiming for. That gets us into Gold 1. Elite 3 would be lovely, but with that poor start, I'm not sure if it's possible. But you never know. Maybe it is. We'll have to see, won't we? So this guy's using like a weird hybrid. Didn't really rate it. And you can see here Martial. Been trying it all day to play the short corner and then roll it into Martial for him to strike. I've been going near post every time. Decided that I'd go far post. First time I tried it, it went in. So I think I'll be going far post a lot more from that sort of a chance. He does end up scoring that goal there. But look at this. Look at this banger from Martial. What a finish. Flicks it over his head. Actually hits him in the face. And then he just strikes it on the volley. And we get the win there. So there you go. At the half, or not the halfway, at the 3/4 way mark, we are now 20 and 10. So things are looking good. 20 and 10 is not a bad record. Right, okay, the home straight, boys. The last 10, the back 10. I know it's usually the back 9, but there's 10 more to go. We're coming up against this 4-1-2-1-2 BPL side with Lukaku and Rashford up top. Formidable team. He's got Bailey at the back. It's always, you know, the person's probably got a good idea of what they're doing when they've got Bailey at the back because he is just so monstrous, never makes a mistake. Well, he does occasionally, but very, very rarely. And fortunately for us, we started off pretty brightly. Look at this. 2-0. Very nice stuff, Rashford. Well done. Good finish as well from him there. Unfortunately, Dele Alli slides that one in past the goalkeeper. I'm not really sure how when the ball's so close to his body, but a lovely back heel opens up our opponent there. Fernandinho gets the 3rd goal, which is pretty much the ender, the finisher, the final nail in the coffin for our opponent, and we do get the win, which puts us into Goal 2. Hell yeah, Goal 2. That's where we like to be. Well, actually, we like to be in like top 100, but Goal 2 will do for now. Let's push forward. Let's see if we can get Gold 1. I think that Elite 3 is still on the cards at this point. So our opponent this time is using, again, the trio of dreams, in my opinion. The Triple M, which is Marcus, Martial, and Mkhitaryan. And that's what we're using as well, so we know it's good. For some reason, he kept bringing his goalkeeper out, though, which made it very easy for Martial to score. Not once, but twice. Look at this! Exactly the same mistake, twice. How you're going to get punished for that, man. Like, if you're making that kind of mistake, I'm going to take advantage. And then a lovely goal from Mkhitaryan. The M's are just too strong. The M&M's and M's are just too good today because there's another one for Mkhitaryan, 4-1, and that is going to be the clincher. It actually ends up being 5-2, but I didn't think it was worth showing any more of the goals because there's already been enough goals today. Now, our next opponent has a God squad, so it's looking pretty bad for us. He has Ferdinand at the back. He has Informed De Gea. He has, like, Patricio, 90 rated, plus Bale, plus Ronaldo. Yeah, it wasn't looking good for us, and I didn't think that I was going to win. It was one of those games as well where everything just went wrong because the first goal is there, you can see, is unfortunately we didn't manage to keep it out with Kyle Walker. We do score a very nice goal with Mkhitaryan, but it wasn't really, it was like the only glimmer I had in the entire game. As you can see, he ends up winning this one 3-1. So sometimes you're going to come up against those sorts of teams. I came out of that game thinking, you know what, it's just, you just have to hope. Every time you go into the squad screen for the next opponent, you have to be like, I just hope it's not going to be a God squad like that, because those are the teams that are very difficult to beat. Most of the time, you're going to lose against them. Sometimes you might get a freak result, but most of the time you will lose. So you just have to hope you don't come up against them too often. So I wasn't too bothered about that. But you will, yeah, the thing is, you will come up against them. You will come up against them. So when you do lose them, just think, you know what? Don't let it get me tilted. Don't let me get triggered, because I need to be able to get my concentration back for the next game. Now, this guy brought on a lone Ronaldo up front in the first minute of the game, and I literally was so... I hated him. I actually hated him for doing it because he was just literally abusing Ronaldo so hard. Every time he got it, he tried to pass to Ronaldo. I was marking him the whole time. We go 1-1. Unfortunately, we got a guy sent off, but then we get the luck to make up for it as Martial shoots. It's deflected in over the goalkeeper. So lucky to make it 2-1. He makes it 2-2 with Ronaldo. Both goals, of course, coming from Ronaldo because that's all he wanted to do was play it to Ronaldo every time. But we kept our nerve, as you can see here. Martial passes back to Bonaventura, who we brought on for fresh legs. And then Mkhitaryan bobbles up in front of him. What a finish. What an absolute belter of a goal from that angle. And that is the winning goal as well. Mkhitaryan, I love you, bro. You are unbelievable right forward. Martial's an unbelievable left forward. Rashford's an unbelievable striker. I can't say much more about those three. They are just absolutely incredible. Maybe just the midfield. Maybe it's just the midfield. Get Pogba in there. Bappa Pogba into my midfield, and I will be laughing my way to the bank because I can't see how we can get our team much better than it already is. Okay, so we're into another game. Unfortunately, we end up getting, well, dumpstered in this one. The guy was absolutely solid as a rock at the back. I couldn't score, couldn't even get near his goal, and he deservedly won that game. So that's, I think, Elite 3 out of the question now. Now we're just looking for Gold 1 and to get our best finish ever, because we still can do that. We can still get better than 25. The thing is, obviously, we had that awful start, so it'll be impressive if we do manage to do it. And if you think we may have actually been able to go all the way to Elite 3 if we hadn't had that bad start as well. So you can see here, Rashford, weird pitch. It looks like carpet. It looks like carpet. And I think this is the only goal of the entire game there. Martial getting the goal. And yeah, good work. We actually didn't deserve it at all. I think the guy was all over me, but we'll take it nonetheless. Another win in the bank, 24 wins, and I go into the next one thinking, you know what, we need this final win. This is for Gold 1, boys. We can do this in this game. He's got a garbage team. I was like, he's got a lone Dele Alli, for goodness sake, and an on-rare Gold in his midfield. We can win. And we were looking good. We were looking good in the 28th minute. We really were. 1-0. And then maybe nerves got the best of me because he plays the ball here, plays it in Sterling, and he puts it away, 1-1, 33 minutes in. Not good, not good. But this is a game full of goals. Rashford turns, beautiful strike, good finish, 2-1. And then I was like, oh no, why is my player, why have I not got the ball? Why has it gone back to him? And then, oh son, with that 5-star weak foot, slides that one into the top left. And this is, you remember me talking about Felipe Anderson earlier on in the episode? This is why I was talking about him, because he just killed me in this game. He brought him on as a sub. We end up managing to equalise, but look, there he is again, Felipe Anderson. He's just a great player. He's just a great player. That's all I can say. And he's denied me from getting Gold 1. You've stopped me from getting Gold 1. Still stuck in Gold 2. We've still got 3 attempts, though. We've got 3 attempts to get into Gold 1. So that's all we really care about, because it's the prizes that we're after rather than the overall placement now. So our opponent has Inform Jesus in his team. Great flick on from Martial. They very rarely work flick-ons, but that one did. And Rashford puts it away to make it 1-0 in the 2nd minute. It's all looking good. Then in the 13th minute, we slip Mkhitaryan through. Leno makes a great save, but Martial from that angle with the left foot puts it away. We make it 3-0. We are absolutely flying. We're cruising, and we get a 6-0 victory to get us into Gold 1. I didn't want to show you all the goals again because, as I said at the start, or in some of the games, there was just so many goals in 40 games. It must be the best part of like 200 goals that I'm showing you in this episode. So I hope you enjoyed the long episode. If you are, make sure you smash a thumbs up. So there we go. We're into our next game. This one's a 4-3-2-1. We're in Gold 1, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to try my best to see if we can get our best record yet. We can finish on a maximum of 27 with the 2 games that are remaining. And we start off well because in the 3rd minute, we score with Rashford. Gotta love a good Rashford goal, though he does get injured, which is really annoying because it took ages. I don't know why I left this bit in, but he just literally lies there kicking the floor for ages and then eventually gets up and celebrates, which is just weird. But, you know, we'll take the goal nonetheless. He does score an absolute belter. I think that's Dembele. Is that Dembele? I'm not really sure. Absolute flipping unbelievable shot with his left foot into the top left-hand corner. We get a penalty, down the middle again. Silky Ilky, good work, 2-1. And then look at this, we finish him off, a little bit of luck. Matic picks up the ball in the middle. Matic not renowned for scoring, but he does get one there. We make it 4-1, and that is going to be a rage quit for us. I love that celebration, it's such a fail. I'm not really sure how to make that celebration work, but I just like him. I like him face planting, so there you go. 4-1, he rage quits out. And now we're going to go into the final game of the day. Here it is, boys, the final game. We grinded our way through all of these FUT Champions games, and we are finally here in the last one, and we got the position we wanted. We wanted Gold 1. Ideally, we want to look for Elite 3 in the next week, because I think we got 23 the first week, 25 the next week, and as you're about to see, we are going to get 27 this week. So we've gone up by 2 each week, which if we go up 2 by next week, that means that we'll be in Elite 3, because that'll be 29 wins. Now, we give him a penalty, we actually save it, and because we saved it, the momentum shifted, it all went in our favour. We scored with Silky Ilky, but he does score a header there with Koulibaly, and then he equalised with Matuidi. But, as I said, we are going to win this game. We are going to take it home. Fernandinho gets a good shot off. Rashford actually puts that one in from the tight angle. Szczesny puts it into his own net. Rashford has a bit of space here, and look at that. What a finesse! What a finesse! 4-2, we're looking good. But again, these short corners, they can really do you if you're not paying attention. But you know, it was like a couple minutes left, and he was pushing really hard, so I just countered, and we ended up making it 5-3. So there you go, a good strong finish to our FUT Champions run this week, 3 weeks in. And as for the monthly rewards, I think we're on track to get Elite 3, so that'll mean a couple or maybe 5, I think 5 red inform cards, which would be nice. Potentially we could get that Aguero card and not have to buy it, which would be absolutely epic. And there you go, guys. Hope you have enjoyed this episode. It was pretty epic. It was pretty long. I don't know how else to put these FUT Champions games in. If you've got any suggestions, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace!